Okay, so I was playing around with this and I've never seen a video on it with the new Uconnect system, but on your slide taskbar here with this display, if you touch Uconnect apps, this screen will pop up. Now, one thing I found that was really interesting is if you go to user guide, it takes a little bit because there's a lot of information in here, but you can kind of see what I was already looking at and what kind of gives away a little bit of what I'm going to talk about. But it really gives you all of the specifications of your vehicle. Fluid, types of capacities, types of fluids based off of, you know, your engine and then your chassis. So things that, you know, like your rear differential, transfer case, things like that. And you can go ahead and add things to your favorites, you know, like, all right, I'll add that. So that it'll be a quick reference. Whenever I want to look if I'm going to order new fluid for the truck and things like that. So, but you can scroll down, you can get, you know, if you have the max tow rear end, it tells you what, you know, what fluids recommended, and so on and so forth. Limited slips, what kind of additives you want, and so on and so forth. So it's super helpful, and I never really thought to ever kind of open this up and take a look. To see what might be necessary. Something else that's interesting on here is if you go through like bulbs or fuses. Let's go ahead and click on bulbs. So if you have a bulb go out, which is probably going to be pretty rare because these are, for the most part, LED throughout. But you click on, you know, your selection menu to go through the system, and it'll tell you right here. So, you know, your overhead console lamp, your dome, lighting, things like that, and it gives you the part number. And this is all general to every truck. So some of your options, if you have a truck that's optioned differently, may not have these. But it's really helpful when you're looking at this from just a pure convenience, one-stop shop. If you need or have a question about your truck, chances are it's going to be here. But scheduled services, engine compartment, if you need, you know, a little bit of a reminder about where things are. Most of you probably don't, but it's really helpful. So yeah, so again, we'll go from climate, so you can just populate it. This is how mine is set up. I know you can move them around, customize it. Vehicle user guide. So I really recommend taking a look. I'm actually really impressed to be able to see specifications for my truck, or if, you know, I got a 321 rear in this, if I wanted to move to a limited slip with a 392, how that kind of, through Mopar, right, how that kind of changes what I need to add, and so on and so forth. So it's not instantaneous, but it's super beneficial, and I figured if I was going to make a video on this, I'd want to kind of see a little bit of everything in here. So check it out, play with the system if you have it. I'm sure it's probably very similar, if not exactly the same, for the 12-inch screen. But again, just some kind of neat stuff that it's often overlooked but looks like a valuable resource. Hope you guys have a good one.